The image of the process as a war-loving neo-Nazi death cult was largely created by Ed Sanders in his book The Family, which led to a $1 million lawsuit against him. In fact, a thorough study of the process reveals them to be little more than a sophisticated kind of Jesus-freak cult. More Christian than satanic, preaching a humanitarian creed far removed from their sinister reputation. Nevertheless, there are some undeniable facts. The family did, for a time, reside near Process headquarters on Cole Street in San Francisco. Manson did contribute an essay to the Process magazine. It is also alleged that 2 members of the cult visited Manson in LA County Jail at the time of his trial. While Manson may be locked in prison, he claims to send his thought out into the world to do his bidding in the form of these emissaries made of string. These fetishistic snakes, spiders, scorpions, and masks have been sent by Manson to friends and enemies alike, along with instructions as to how to bring them to life. Says their creator, "I sit in my cell and sing and make little dolls on a string, and I send them out to do little jobs. I give them names, I give them a little personality." Another occult figure linked to the family is filmmaker Kenneth Anger, student of Aleister Crowley and an early member of the Church of Satan. At one time, Bobby Cupid Beausoleil, seen here in Haight-Ashbury, was Anger's protege. Anger dubbed Beausoleil Lucifer and starred him in that role in his ill-fated project Lucifer Rising. When the two had a falling out, Beausoleil is reputed to have stolen Anger's film and buried it in Death Valley, asking for a ransom. Anger is said to have replied by placing a curse upon his fallen angel. After his incarceration for the murder of Gary Hinman, Beausoleil composed a soundtrack for Anger's second version of Lucifer Rising. Seen here is Anger's stationery, which still features artwork by Beausoleil.
Satan means whatever I'm looking at, whatever I want it to mean. It's on my forehead. It's me if I can get up on that highway. If it's me trying to save my air, my water, my trees, my wildlife. It's me on that cameraman. It's me right there in his watch. It's me in his brain. It's me right there on his ears. And when he shaves in the morning, I'm sitting right up underneath his razor. You dig? It's everything that human beings don't understand. It's all their fears. It's what they're not sure of. You dig what I'm saying? Satan to me would be God. You would be God to me. You dig? I can worship anything as God. Everything is God. The sun is God. The moon is God. Everything is God. Except them stupid fucking people who got that shit stuck up in their fucking heads and they won't get rid of it. In other words, they talk about in the name of the Lord, we're going to say this. In the name of the Lord, we're going to say that. In the name of the Lord, if there was such a thing, you see what I'm saying? Would he be the devil? If there was such a thing, would he be the devil? I'm out there on the highway. Sure, I'm out there on the highway. I'm out there on the highway in Big Dragon, in the underworld. I'm out there in Hawaii. I'm out there in all kinds of different things. You might say I'm kind of like Satan. I'm in so many different places at once. Yeah, it would be like Satan. It would be very sharp for one person to do all the things that I'm going to have to do to survive. In you, and in you, and in you, and in you too.
Manson the Revolutionary has inspired extremists on both sides of the political spectrum. The left-wing group The Weathermen, whose leader Bernadine Dorn proclaimed in 1969.
Dig it. First they killed those pigs, then they ate dinner in the same room with them, then they even shoved a fork in a victim's stomach.
The Weathermen announced that 1969 was officially the year of the fork. In 1974, an aborted plan to break Manson from prison was concocted by Manson followers in cooperation with the Symbionese Liberation Army. At the opposite polarity, Manson has served as the inspiration for such racist socialist factions as the Ohio-based Universal Order, whose founder, James N. Mason, created this flyer extolling Manson as an independent genius.
Well, as with all of us, my first awareness of Manson came in 1969 with the so-called tape killings. And I was a teenage kid sitting at home watching the news, and the word flashed. A bunch of Hollywood types had been killed out there, presumably by hippie types. And of course, being a National Socialist in the 1960s, I was highly anti-hippie, but I was just as much anti-Hollywood. And so the only thing that flashed across my mind then was good. Couldn't have happened to a sweeter bunch.
Mason, a one-time associate of the late American Nazi Party leader George Lincoln Rockwell, spoke of his fervent belief in Manson's cause.
But it has to come from the people, from the blood, and it's a fortuitous genetic combination, as with Adolf Hitler. Who could have predicted Adolf Hitler? And who could have predicted Charles Manson? Coming from, a 16-year-old runaway, unwed girl in Kentucky and West Virginia, no education, and look at the impact he has today. Leader is a convenient term, and so is family, but we have to stay with what can be most readily understood. Manson gave the people around him what they needed most. This is what they accuse Hitler of doing in his speeches, touching every wound in the raw. He can have an audience of 100,000 and reach every member of that audience independently, separately. And Manson did the same thing.
Manson designed this logo for the Universal Order, but clearly separates himself from the fray of left-right dichotomy.
I wish you'd send James a copy of this and tell him if he had them swords, I just reach and take them swords and I break them and throw them down on his feet. You dig what I'm saying? And I tell him, now stand at attention when I'm talking to you. That's where it comes from. It didn't come from no fucking book. Stand up or I'll knock your fucking brains out. You dig what I'm saying? Handcuff the son of a bitch down there and let me, I'll show you how I interrogate the motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? I'll interrogate you. I'll reach in your brain and pull your fucking soul out and throw it on the floor. I'm tired of this bullshit, you dig? And all these people that run around and play acting like hoo-hoo gaga and playing all that shit, they better get in line or get off the motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying?
Lynette Fromm has written,
As for Manson's revolutionary right-wing cause, I believe that if Manson had wings, he'd have at least two of them, and a substantial soul self in the center.
Indeed, Manson's vision of order in the world surpasses any simple political solution.
And Jackson wants to run to be president. Man, you better hope somebody wants to be president. You dig what I'm saying? But who in the hell would want to be? Can you conceive of what kind of brain would want to lead these fucking Rube Scoops out there? Because there's no communication with them. You dig? If you took a horsewhip and beat them, they still wouldn't understand what the hell you're talking about because there's no intelligence there, man.
There's too many people.
Oh man, yeah. They'll pray for Hitler to come back. They'll wish he hadn't been here. They don't have the intelligence to change. Once you get them, they'll go, the rest of their life, They'll do that for a paycheck, You tell them, don't do that no more, and they go, There's no communication. You tell them, I told you, stop doing that. And they'll go, I said, stop it. And they'll go, and you cut someone's fucking throat and throw blood in their face, and they'll go, You see what I'm saying? In other words, there's just no intelligence, man.
You don't have any hope for mankind, man.
Not on that level. Not on that level, I don't. No. That's not mankind. That's not intelligence. It's not even beast. It don't have the intelligence of a zoo. Now they're all running from Jackson, right? They're all making excuses. Oh, they don't want to give him this driver's seat, do they, huh? And I'm laughing like crazy, man. Because I think when he goes up there and says, well, now, what have we got here? He's going to find out he's got a fucking bunch of bullshit there, too. Makes no difference what they call you. I call you the Boosku. You're the commander of Mamscam. What does that mean? You still got to live with what you do. You dig? Well,